I got a few more poems, but I'm gonna do this now because I don't want to have to think about it later. If you wanna follow me on Instagram, it's Kito Fortune at Kito Fortune, like whatever, like fortune teller. And you can follow me there, and then also on YouTube. On my YouTube channel, I have a podcast where I bring poets on and we talk exclusively about things that don't matter. I had Soul Stuff on there. What was your episode, Soul Stuff?
Was it Desert Island Movies?
Desert Island Movies, right? We were drafting Desert Island Movies. Because poets talk about important shit on stage all the time. But when we get around each other, we only speak about important shit about like 20% of the time, and the rest of the time we just talk about stuff, you know? So that podcast is about stuff. Cool?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. It's June 2020.
Yes.
And I've tested positive for the coronavirus. My family is well versed in the medical field. They have me on a strict regimen of vitamin C and D and sleep and zinc and tea and checking my temperature twice a day. My father calls me every day and I have to answer because I don't want him to worry, even though it's been like 10 days and I've experienced no symptoms. None of this is new to me. This America, the one I call my home, has been battling another pandemic since long before I took my first steps. It has claimed the most lives, garners the most fear, lives inside the most people. The infected refuse to isolate, so science postulates that it will spread from hearts to head and heads to hand and then to let's see. The thing about a virus is that all it wants to do is spread its DNA. But when DNA replicates, there's always a chance for mutation. So even if you treat it, a mutated version can still survive. America's virus started out as good old-fashioned slavery. You know, the kind you read about in the Bible, the I have good weapons and you don't kind, so I'll take this land if you don't mind, and you're working for pennies on the dime, and I do it myself, but I don't have the time and the lazy. Mutates to hatred and becomes broken bucks and torture and strange fruit orchards and children stripped of culture and language and identity and dignity, but never the hope, never the strength. So we treat it and it mutates to terrorism. White hooded ghosts that slice throats and burn crosses, bomb so many citizens they could put shame to ISIS, the kind of riots that will make Watts look like a block party. So we treat it and it mutates to Jim Crow, and it mutates to COINTELPRO, and it mutates to crack coat in black homes, and it mutates to mass incarceration and gentrification and wallets mistaken for guns and dropped bodies and lost sons and forgotten daughters who are often slaughtered but never get the hashtag America is sick. You could argue it's never been healthy. The virus keeps spreading because the ignorant refuse to take it seriously. Meanwhile, the infected are just coughing up slurs like broken down mufflers. But at least then we get to see the gas. I have no fear for them. I fear the ones who wear the mask. Those who claim to have no symptoms but refuse to isolate themselves from obvious patients. They don't wash their hands of the blood, they just sanitize the history books. They'll like your status, but never check on you, or check their family's views, or cut off Fox News. They'll never say it, but they let all of that shit stew. Meanwhile, my father calls me every day. And I have to answer because I don't want him to worry. We both know there is no vaccination coming, no quick fix. We both know that even though anyone can be infected, we are the immunocompromised. Every time the newest strain hits, we are always dying at a higher rate. You would swear it was designed that way. Like an evil scientist swabbed the mouth of Willie Lynch and Thomas Jefferson, spread it on a petri dish, put it in a dark place, and said, "Here, America, this is your culture. Inject it in your veins, and I promise you will pass it down to your children." And they say they're not racist, and I say, fine. But have you been tested? Did you check your friend's temperature when they walked in the door? When their black joke tickled the back of your throat, did you cover your mouth? Did you quarantine? Have you ever taken anything that will remove the toxins from your body? Because if not, I suggest you give me at least 6 feet.